France, Argentina. Okay, Argentina. Well, the scoreline was it flattering for Argentina? Was it flattering for Argentina? Yeah, it was. At the same time, I don't think necessarily because after Argentina took the lead in the beginning of the second half, France did look a little bit shell shocked. Deschamps on the sidelines was infuriated. France looked like they just couldn't believe what had happened. But the way they responded to this was emphatically impressive because this was France's first real test in this tournament. They didn't face anything like this with Australia, Denmark, and Peru, having to go behind and chase a game after they initially took the lead in the first half. But from Argentina's perspective, since I rolled tails, it's Argentina. What I don't understand is why did Argentina, after taking the lead, not revert back to a more pragmatic, conservative approach, closing up shop, seeing the game through, denying France the breakaway on the counter? Why did they feel that they could play France as equals and press forward, leaving in behind so much space for Mbappe, for Griezmann, and for Giroud on the counter? You can't do that against this French team. They'll fucking kill you. They'll kill you. And it got ugly almost as soon as Argentina equalized. France had 3 goals in quick succession within the span of 10 or 12 minutes. Pavard's equalizer was a thing of beauty. The spin on that ball was filthy. I think I give Argentina a pass for Pavard's equalizer because I don't think most goalkeepers in the world even get a hand to that. That's potentially one of the best goals of the tournament. But the other 2 goals that France scored came on the counter. When Argentina, I don't understand. Defensively, they looked like they were in shambles in this game, giving away not just a lot of space for France to come back on the counter, but also giving away a lot of unnecessary fouls. The penalty in the first half for France, when France broke on the way on the counter, again broke away on the counter, because that seems to be France's mantra, right? Their strength very much comes from the final link-up play between Mbappe and Giroud when they break through that final third. Now, Argentina, I just felt like their tactics in this game were suicidal. They were suicidal. I give Di Maria a ton of credit for scoring a banger, but that doesn't excuse his overall shit performance that he has had in this tournament in general. I don't think Di Maria had a good group stage. Argentina quite fortunate to equalize to take this into into the second half, and then again a little bit of luck for Argentina. The deflected goal that came off of Messi's shot. Lloris probably should have got a hand to it. I know Deschamps was upset with Lloris that he didn't, at least come close to saving that. But it kind of did feel for a little bit, even for a few moments, that once Argentina took the lead, that the whole narrative, the whole tide of the match, the whole momentum had swung in their favor. And France, for the first time finding themselves behind in this World Cup, I give them a lot of credit for doing what they did. The composure that they maintained, the way that they exploited Argentina and all the spaces that they had left. It could have gotten much worse because had Giroud not hit the side netting, you would have had a 5-2 scoreline for France, and it would have gotten really bad. Potentially another blowout for Argentina. That's why I said that the 4-3 scoreline is really kind of flattering for Argentina. And I just felt that also the worst player for the day is Nicolas Otamendi. Hot heads prevailed in this match. Towards the end, when Aguero pulled one back off a wonderful Messi cross into the box, and you felt, wow, imagine if Argentina grabs another one with a couple minutes remaining. But Otamendi, with his foul just a few seconds afterwards, it really ate time off of the clock. And a lot of the time, some referees, they don't add more time onto stoppage time if that time is wasted. They just continue playing. So that ate up a good minute and a half of Argentina's opportunity to pull off the unthinkable and grab an equalizer. And I just think that Nicolas Otamendi, in many regards in this game, he cost Argentina. He cost Argentina. He gave away an unnecessary foul on the right hand side that led to a free kick for France, 15 minutes from time. In stoppage time, letting his temper get the best of him. And then who knows what could have happened? Because the very last play of the game, when Argentina was on the attack, Marcos Rojo skying his effort high. Imagine if he scores that. Imagine if Marcos Rojo actually scores that in the 94th minute. 2 goals in stoppage time to make it 4-4 to head to extra time. That would have been something crazy to add to what has already been an exceptional World Cup. But from France's perspective, you have to give them a lot of credit for carving that Argentine defense open like a Halloween pumpkin, because you cannot play an open game against a counterattack that France has with Mbappe and Giroud. They're going to ice you. They will ice you. And for France to come back in the manner that they did, this is surely going forward. This is going to give them a profound level of confidence. You know, defensively, France, I thought, were good. We knew they were good heading into this game. Defensively, very solid with Conte at the back. But for the most part, the real strength of this French team lies in that final third. And I still think France lacks the killer instinct to come up against teams that are more defensively, I guess, solid. Because you have to consider this was also as much of an Argentine implosion defensively as it was France, proving why they're so cutthroat when they have recovery on the ball. I still think France needs another test against a better, more arduous defense that Argentina can provide for them. A defense preferably from another world-class team, maybe from a Portugal or a Uruguay or a Brazil. So I'm holding off from praising France too much. I'm going to give France a lot of praise, but let's just refrain, because this was an Argentine team that honestly delayed the inevitable in this tournament. They got the win versus Nigeria a few days ago, a game where Nigeria only needed to draw. Perhaps Nigeria showed them too much respect. But you really felt maybe Argentina could have done something special because of the fact that they had stared into the abyss. But really, they just bought themselves 3 more days. That's all this was. So, you know, it sucks for them. But are they still Clowns FC? I'll tell you what. I'm not so sure if they're still Clowns FC or they who must not be named. But because of the fact that they did put in a good effort today. But I still think that this current generation of Argentine players, they're still massive underachievers. And it's unfortunate. It's looking like they're going to be the Ivory Coast of South America. Well, for France, well done. 3 more games and you're world champions.